brewing here in the Midlands of South Carolina as the Gamecocks are ranked for the first time in 7 years, coming in at 19-3, 7-2 in the SEC, battling Ole Miss since last year's SEC tournament. And the Rebels on the road with the opening tap. Ole Miss coming off a home loss to Auburn, a game in which it led by double digits near halftime. That came after a 3-game winning streak. First touch for Jalen Murray. They call him Juju, the point guard from St. Peter's. A touch for Matthew Morrell, contested jumper off the back iron. It's reaffirmed to us in a multitude of ways. Not making a lot of mistakes. They do the little things correct most of the time, as Coach just told you. Alan Flanagan contested, Jay, and the mid-range is there.
You have to make.
And the Rebels grab a 4-2 lead. So Ole Miss by 2. Second possession for Carolina. The dump off. Colin Murray-Boyles.
Highly skilled, highly talented, very versatile.
We talked to him today for about 10 minutes as well. There's some swagger.
Yeah.
To Little 30, as Mama likes to call him. Michi wide open. Michi Johnson from downtown. Just underway in Columbia. And right through the midst of Flanagan, saved by Brakefield. Shot clock under 10. And Jamin launching and connecting. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, Ole Miss has made
3.5 minutes in. Hey, coming up at our next segment, Dawn Staley, head coach of the #1 Gamecocks on the women's side, set to join us courtside. Murray-Boyles delivers in the post.
That's tough.
We asked him today, you had 16 the last game at Georgia. Does that give you some more confidence? And in short, he said, yeah, it does. Brakefield bottled up. Here comes Flanagan.
Whoa, wow.
Attacking. And the slam.
Where was the
point game?
Well, not a lot of screening in South Carolina's offense, but the terrific spacing at all times.
Spin by Cooper. How about that bounce? By 3. Here's Flanagan. Bullied his way inside. He'll do it again. And with a finish, he's got 4.
You have to play through contact in this.
Chance for the Rebels to regain the lead. Poked away by Zachary Davis. 3-on-2. And here's Davis, top of the key.
Go now. Zachary Davis is shooting.
Side rim for Murray, ripped away by Murray-Boyles.
Well, one and done, right? They box off with a vengeance, talking about the home team. Watch out.
Murray-Boyles inside. He's got 6.
Anything in particular?
I mean, I like his baseline out of bounds series. He's got a series, and we haven't implemented yet. So I just want to get all of the options down before we give it to our players. So I'm studying each and every game, and then I just.
But I mean, the two programs, you guys can feed off of each other. There's a synergy there. You can see it and feel it on television, and then talking with you and talking with Coach Paris earlier today, you hear it in his voice when he talks about your program.
I mean, around here in South Carolina, we really pull for each other. It's not just we're doing it on social media. We're present at games, at competitions, and it's a real thing.
Stute for 3 after the Flanagan make, and Miles Stute has 2 triples in the last 60 seconds.
Entire second half.
And I think that point you just made, if you think back to the last 2 weeks and what South Carolina did at Tennessee, what South Carolina did here against Kentucky.
Wow.
Jacoby Wright connects. They took those 2 teams out of the game and out of their offense, and now the lead expands to 13.
And then Wright is another guy shooting 36, 37% from the 3. You cannot stand there and give a guy like that or a team like that airspace.
Flanagan mid-range. There it is again. So Al Flanagan on the road. He's got 8 early points.
Chris Beard sees something for Flanagan in those elbow jump shots right now. And those curl moves, those pin downs, getting Flanagan good looks like this.
Ugasuk wide open. The first, off the curl, here's Stute. And stolen by Flanagan. Well, the Rebels force a turnover. The lob to Cisse. Outside to Juju Murray.
Yeah, big basket. The first turnover. They don't have guys who just line up and just win their match, but they do a good job of moving the defense, throwing it back, and getting you in a disadvantage about as well as anybody in this league.
Yeah, the sum is greater than the parts. Stute is absolutely scorching hot to start tonight.
Roy, to my point, South Carolina punches the paint. The defense has to shrink to that basketball and advantage Stute up top.
Murray, the finish in traffic.
Seeing three-point percentage 2 years ago at Vanderbilt. He is a specialist from distance.
Coach, he blew him a little kiss afterwards as well. Murray inside.
There's only one way to do it. That get your tail in the gym and get up 800 or 900 shots a day like Antonio Reeves does at Kentucky.
Rebels have made their last 5 shots. Murray inside to Cisse. He's got the size advantage, and he uses it. Iowa State. Outside to Mack. He's left wide open. Johnson corrals a rebound and a fresh 20.
Or those are the ones you got to make. I mean, the offense is designed for your 5 to pop out off the penetration.
Cooper makes that one.
3-point line in favor of South Carolina. Watch out.
Murray Boyles inside. A strong finish over Brakefield. He's got 8, and he's picking up right where he left off in that road win at Georgia. Starting 4, power forward going back to the summer. Came down with mono. That set him back a couple of months. How about the ball rotation? Shot clock down to 1. Cooper, no. Mack, yes.
And then there he is, right in front of the rim, a below-the-rim rebound, and 0 panic by South Carolina in late clock. I haven't seen one possession all year where they panic when the shot clock hits 3, 2, 1.
Murray inside and a chance for 3. That was high off the glass.
Without a fight in this game.
Yeah, they can get streaky. They get on those. Talk to coaches, and you're red hot in the first half from downtown. Sometimes that can be fool's gold in the second. Here's Flanagan. That's been his spot, and he connects again. Al Flanagan in double figures with 10.
I love those simple play calls right now by Chris Cal way back in December. So Ole Miss offensively is doing some good things. They just got to get back-to-back stops.
Cooper inside, and how about that finish?
The glass at either end.
I want to ask you this question about Ta'Lon Cooper. He's not the best player in the league. Is he the most valuable when you consider what he's doing for South Carolina this year?
Yeah, he's the most valuable to his team. You're absolutely right. And the way they space you out is so impressive. I mean, they play the game individually on islands, but they also play it as connected as we have in the SEC. And that's a hard description to handle when you're trying to defend these guys.
Deep 3 by Morrell, and that's a good sign for the Rebels.
Ole Miss will have some oxygen about him. What I love about Ta'Lon Cooper, Lamont told us today, he speaks with meaningful words. Like, he's a high IQ guy that gets it.
Meechie Johnson gets it as well. And you mentioned it, Coach. He made great strides as a senior, and Paulie Bucket's telling us that as well. He's legit and one to watch in the coming seasons and this year. 3-second differential between the clocks. Step back for Johnson. And Jacoby Wright was stripped, but he was fouled by Flanagan. And instead, shot clock is off, 3.7 remaining. Mack will force it up. And the first half comes to an end right there. All 9 players for South Carolina have scored. And the Gamecocks with a 12-point advantage. Cooper to Mack, that's a 3. Murray Boyles collects the rebound, a fresh 20, didn't need it. He's in double figures now with 10.
One of the concerns for Ole Miss coming in is how much they allow on the offensive glass in SEC games so far, about 40%.
Murray Boyles operating inside, left-handed finish.
One battle, and the fight factor went to the offense.
Flanagan baseline, rising in. He was fouled in the process. Felt like that was going to. His father also an assistant coach for Chris Beard, Wes Flanagan.
Through Chris Beard's eyes.
2, Davis knows it. That shot caroms behind the backboard. Lamont Paris, you said it, and I think you mentioned it earlier in the week. Certainly the favorite to be the SEC Coach of the Year, maybe National Coach of the Year. Morrell trains the baseline, Jay.
Well, I can't think of anyone nationally that's done a better job when you're picked dead last out of a power conference, and you find yourself right now in that second slot and a solid 6 seed in the NCAA tournament, and the quality of ball that you're seeing. Lamont Paris has coached his tail off. I'm telling you what, he's got some dudes now. He's got some players. Talon Cooper, this kid with the ball is a handful, a mismatched guy. That Colin Murray Boyles with a top 100 player out of high school right there, 30.
It's a 17-point loss for the Cats. And you take a look
at South Carolina, follow exactly what you did at Wisconsin. He said in
H.E. Johnson, the rebound. I never heard a coach respond to that kind of question with those kinds of answers. It was different. Cooper faked out the planet. And ahead now to Flanigan off the turnover. And a big bucket for the Rebels.
Yeah, you got to score off your defense if you're Ole Miss, but it is
really hot that second half with 56 points. In and out for Jacoby Wright. Murray tried to swat the rebound down against the deck. Couldn't find it. Grown man hoops coming. B.J. Mack returns inside.
They've been out-rebounded by 9 in this game, Ole Miss.
Out of the timeout. Great look for Morrell.
That is all coaching right league.
And a steal by Murray Boyles. Up and in, and a chance for 3.
Just make something happen on either end, and this kid is it.
Lamont Paris said he was shooting the cover off the ball from distance back in the summer before he got mono.
Yep.
Not as much afterwards. And we talked to CMB about it today. He said the shot's coming, but Lamont Paris said he does not have the green light just yet. Morrell does, and he connects. And Sharp will get the rebound. Lead at 14, Euro, and Flanigan's going to shoot 2.
A good job by Flanigan to bring it with force, because
Flanigan's been outstanding. 2 free throws, 1 more coming up.
We know he's good with that left paw. He can also drive right.
Pops out to Nunez. Ole Miss fortunate. Flanigan off the curl inside. And 2 more free throws coming. With Cooper still on the deck. Flanigan 3 of 4 at the stripe. Rebounds are going to come. Just hasn't happened yet.
Well, they are Ole Miss last in the league at cleaning up a tournament in Chris Beard's first year.
And it speaks volumes about the great job he's done in Oxford. Shot clock at 5 for Meechie Johnson, number 5. Dump off to Josh Gray. He'll power his way inside.
Yeah, I like your descriptive word of power, because that link was trying to eat him up, but he just went right through it.
Flanigan got it to Sharp somehow. And attacking Gray on the other end. He'll get it to go. The legs outside to Morrell. And Morrell will track down his own miss. Well, that shot has been there. It continues to go down. Flanigan with 20. And the Rebels have cut in 37 games so far. High-level hoops in Columbia. Shot clock again under 5. Ugasuk, the runner. And he got it. Nate Oates thinks about all these mid-range jumpers.
If he's watching right now, he's got us on mute. He don't want any part of that mid-range game. Boy, how hot will that building be tomorrow?
Holy
Alabama
cow.
at Auburn.
Sharp gets it, and that's too easy for 7-5.
That was a delayed out-of-bounds underplay.
Murray defended by Davis. Shot clock at 10.
Got it again.
Oh, Sharp is wide open.
Yeah.
Back-to-back buckets for 3 in blue.
Chris.
High ball screen for Cooper. Mack, top of the key. Flanigan the rebound.
Ole Miss is more than okay with Mack taking those threes right now.
Off the fake. Flanigan forces it up and forces it in. 6-0 burst for Ole Miss. The Rebels are back in it in a 2-possession game. Tap back to Cooper.
Was that tap back by Colin Murray Boyles? I think it was it not?
It was in traffic. It was hard to tell. This crowd is back in it and on its feet. Sharp on the offensive glass. He'll put it up and in. Cooper Well, they reversed that in. Nunez has it. Now Flanagan. Feeling it. Again with the mid-range. 24 on the board.
He's shooting the mid-range like layups. He is absolutely lethal from those elbow jump shots.
Jimmy, the Gamecocks have led by as many as 17 points tonight. Now a one-possession game for B.J. Mack. You knew he wasn't going to shoot the three. And 2 of 9 from the floor, just 5 points. Give him 6.
The first 10 or 11, you knew that trend wasn't going to continue. So you've got to continue to be who you are if you're South Carolina. Stay with your spacing, be strong with the ball, get that thing in the paint, and trust your guard play of Meechie Johnson and Cooper. This is unreal how Morrell.
Meechie Johnson with just 5 points so far. The dimes have been there. Maybe another one. Studi responds.
And you've got to know that they are going to flood a shooter to the corner.
Not this time. Meechie Johnson. Foul.
Purdue, Fort Wayne, I believe, collegiately. Close. LeBron will, on social media, relationship, if you ask me. When's the last time LeBron posted anything about you?
It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. This crowd ready to erupt. Morrell with the bounce.
He got a clean look in that corner. The ball moved. Everything was in rhythm.
This game kind of grinding to a halt these last 5 possessions for both sides. Gray will feed the freshman, Murray Boyles.
In this league at scoring 10 seconds or less with a short clock. They do not panic. They continue to run their stuff and get an advantage at some point.
Shot clock under 5. Johnson senses it. Back iron. Still a lot of time left.
The pull-up game, right? Morrell, Flanagan, can you get to those guys and let them go to work?
Morrell lurking. And Chris Beard didn't like how that possession was unfolding. You could sense that.
Second half. It won't be an attack from the wing, I don't think. It'll be something in the middle. There's the middle ball screen. Got it. Wow!
Rejected by Murray Boyles. Oh my God! Shot clock at 6, under a minute to go. Meechie Johnson blocked by Sharp. Rebels need a bucket. Nunez off the skip pass. Flanagan inside with a roll, and Chris Beard will utilize his final timeout. And a freshman.
Good break off by Meechie Johnson. You're watching Chris Beard. I think he just.
Well, Morrell poked it away from Cooper. That was clean. And a timeout called by the South Carolina bench. Here we go. Out of the timeout. Gamecocks with 2 remaining. Cooper gets it to Mack. Here we go.
Yeah, there was about 22 on that shot clock when the ball was touched. So, boy, a hard call, but the right call made it a crucial time.
Flanagan aggressive. Shot clock now down to 7. Johnson gets it to Cooper. 2 to shoot. Meechie Johnson, no. Morrell with a rebound. Rebels can tie it with a 3. Morrell heaves one up, had plenty of time. Saved by Cooper. And a foul was called. And with that foul to give, the game comes to an end as South Carolina gets the ball inbounds. High-level hoops, a 3-point win for the home team, Jimmy.
Right, it's 2 NCAA tournament teams. It's not a bad loss at all for Ole Miss. South Carolina is the real deal. My first time to see them this year. I'll be back